Sorry, y'all. Y'all know I'm weird. Whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondi Blue. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondi Blue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video. Right.
Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. What's going on? It's your girl, Bondi Blue. I'm back for another Bondi Blue show. All right. We got some things to get into. I want to make sure that my applause were applauding. My applause were applauding. So we're doing the Ooh Ladies First panel tonight. So I hope you guys will come through. It is on Niecy Dixon's channel. So make sure you're down for the OLFP this evening. Okay, we have a few things to get through. This will probably be my last video of the week. I'm gonna try to do centers when I come back from out of town. Because tomorrow I know I'm just gonna be too busy to do stuff, and then I leave on Saturday, and the award show is Sunday, and then I'll be back home on Monday. So, the week will go by pretty fast. But thank you everybody who voted for me for Boss Babe Awards. Okay, hopefully I'll get another one. Yes. I'm sorry, Jamie Channel. Jamie Channel. Okay, my bad. I'm telling you, I'm always confusing them. It's because Niecy named the Niecy named the story that we did. And it was my Michelle crossed out the Michelle part, y'all. It was quite the tee. Okay, quite the tee. But anyway, I reposted it. I think I did. Let me repost it while we up here. Did y'all follow me on Bondi Blue Bites? Are y'all following me over there? Are y'all doing what y'all supposed to do? I hope so. Okay, I'm reposting it right now. Jamie's channel. I'm always confusing it. I do that every time, no matter how hard I try not to. I do it every time. My bad. My bad. Okay. Are y'all ready to get into the show? Are y'all ready to get into the show? Did y'all like the video? We have so much to get into today. We talked about Shannon Sharp yesterday, right? We got into that. I gave you all my opinion on, my issue. We went through the audio of him saying that, big black guy choked small white woman and all of those things, right? Well, today, the consequences have come down, right? Um, and he has temporarily stepped away from ESPN, okay? Because of these allegations. And it is not surprising. He says, "My statement is found here, and this is the truth. The relationship in question was 100% consensual. At this juncture, I am electing to step aside temporarily from my ESPN duties. I will be devoting this time to my family and responding and dealing with these false allegations and disruptive allegations set against me. I plan to return to ESPN at the start of the NFL preseason. I sincerely appreciate the overwhelming and ongoing support I have received from my family, fans, friends, and colleagues." Okay. Um, so yeah, this is not a good look. And I guess we will see if time will tell and things will actually all be forgiven. Shannon also came out and said that he has had BDSM sex with his accuser 100 times. Let's read. "Neighbors, people closest to Shannon Sharp are backing him hard, claiming his relationship with the woman accusing him of R was strictly a consensual BDSM bondage, discipline, or domination, sadism, and masochism situation. According to sources who spoke with TMZ, Shannon allegedly met up with a woman who is an OnlyFans model around 100 times between late 2022 and January 2025 in both LA, Nevada. They say it was rough sex, not romance. The encounters reportedly including choking, collars, and role play. but all consensual, the source claims. They insist it was actually her idea most of the time, pointing to texts where she asked to be tied up and abused, including one message that read, "I want you to tie me up like this and abuse me, daddy." The sources say it was never a relationship, just a physical thing, but the accuser sees it differently. In a lawsuit filed Sunday, she alleges two incidents in October 2024 and January 2025, where things went too far. She claims Sharp ignored her refusal to have unprotected sex, saying he got aggressive and told her he was going to do it his way. Her lawyer, Tony Busby, isn't having the "it was all consensual" defense. He told TMZ, "Someone should tell Mr. Sharp that when you are digging yourself a hole, it would be smart to stop digging." Pointing to a text she allegedly sent on January 2nd, "I don't care what our history is, no means no, Shannon." Sharp publicly denied everything in a video this week and says he plans to sue her and her lawyer for defamation. I'm gonna stand on what I said. I don't care if you want to play semantics about what a relationship is. If you and another person are consistently in relation to each other, meaning you have some type of ongoing interaction with each other, that creates a relationship. Now, the type of relationship may vary, but it is still a relationship. It doesn't mean it was monogamous. It doesn't mean it was public. It doesn't even mean that it wasn't transactional. It just means it was ongoing and they were consistently interacting with each other. She is not saying that it wasn't sex. She is saying, I told him no, and he did it anyway. That's what she's saying. And because people have a hard time controlling themselves when they feel that amount of power over a situation, they feel they can do whatever they want to do regardless to what has been said. If y'all are going to say that she was in agreement with doing certain things because she sent certain text messages, then you should also be in agreement that when somebody says no to something, they mean no to it as well, if she said it in the text messages. At the end of the day, I'm just saying there's too much reasonable doubt on both sides. And again, she's 19. I'm not ever going to come up off of that. She's 19. To me, you set out to find someone who you can have an imbalanced relationship with. You sought someone out who had a childlike disposition, who you would be able to mishandle, and they would not fight back. They would not know what to do to counteract you. They would not see you coming. So I really don't care about the friend, whatever the friends are saying. Y'all don't know. Y'all are not in every sexual situation with him, so you don't know. It's really as simple as two people deciding to engage in sex, somebody saying, stop, no, I don't like that, I changed my mind, and the person that's doing it does not listen to them and continues to cross their boundaries once they've said in the moment, stop, no, I don't like it. For y'all to act like you don't understand that you have to stop, you have to stop. You have to stop. And you can stop. Because if somebody were to walk in on you who you didn't want to see you, guess what you would do? Stop. So don't do this. Let's not even do this, okay? Let's not even do this. But that's the update. He stepped down. And he's putting out more information that's supposed to make us feel like this isn't true. Okay. So let's add on to that, shall we, everybody? Like the video. Are y'all having a good time already? Look, I'm jumping straight off the porch. Okay, we 10 minutes in and we already chopping it up. 670 with me. Shannon Sharp is facing serious allegations. The public reactions are pouring in. Among them, Maria Rose, daughter of former NBA player Jalen Rose. Mariah called the NFL star turned podcaster a weirdo, responding to headlines about the lawsuit he's facing for our allegations. She continued in her video post, "This could all be a cash shakedown, whatever, I don't care. That man is in his 50s, messing with a 19-year-old. She added. Oh, so she has sense like the rest of us. She said, I'm quite sick of these stories coming out where it's obvious that athletes have been getting away with treating women like objects to conquer and not people for years and years. This comes from the fact that we treat athletes like gods. Like God himself. If they can catch a ball or throw a ball or score a touchdown or score a ball in a basket. As reported, a woman has accused, y'all know we went through all of that. And I feel like she especially has a viewpoint because her father is a seemingly weirdo athlete. Look at that picture. I think that's what that was. Like, yeah, you want to talk about somebody's a weirdo. I think she would know because it seems like her pops might be a little bit of a weirdo. Ray J wanted to chime in.
Sharp, bro. Like I seen it. Like I was looking at like everything that's going on. Maybe I'm tripping, but like she told you to do some bondage stuff. I remember when I did Love and Hip Hop and Princess had me in the bondage room. I had the ball in my mouth. Pause. They had me tied up and she was whipping me and beating me and shit. And then they wanted me to do that. I'm like, look, I don't do all that. It was choking. It was all kind of crazy shit going on in there. It was weird. And it was painful, and I hated it, right? It seemed like that's what y'all was doing. Then all of a sudden, when you get kinky with it, like, I'm going to choke you outside. I'm into it now. After she done tied you up, whipped you, put a butt plug in you or whatever what it was that got you going, which is to each his own. And I didn't mean the butt plug. That's not okay.
Ray J is telling on himself because where is that in any of did I miss that? Was that a part of any of the paperwork we saw? I Ray J.
Now she trying to use it again. Yo,
listen.
Shannon Sharp.
Who's in the background laughing?
Bro, like
why they put Princess in because she was the one who did it on the show? Yeah, okay. Listen. We need a new set of black men. Throw them all away at this point. That shit is hilarious. Now we need a new. We really do. I feel like we need a new set.
And for him to offer 10 million says that there might be some truth to this because I'm not offering nobody no 10 million if I know I didn't do anything. And I think the only reason that 10 million didn't work, Killer, I want to know how you feel about this. I think the 10 million didn't work because the pimp need his cut. Just allegedly. I'm not saying there is a pimp, right? Let me give you. It's just an idea. This is just an idea, right? So if there's a pimp, right? Why y'all keep laughing? I know this is why they flew me back in. They wanted to know my take. But listen, all jokes aside, if the girl said I want 10, this may be the lawyer, right? Just hypothetically, all of these things, right? And the guy who put her on to Shannon was like, you didn't even know him. I put you on them. You didn't even know who that was. You was asking about college.
You was asking about college.
Yeah, this is your Thurgood Marshall right here. Him right there. For real? Yeah, that nigga worth a lot of money. You know how guys be, and they pushed her on her. And then she said 10. And he was like, 10 is my 10. You got to put in your number for yourself. That don't have nothing to do with mine. 10 is mine. That's what we discussed. I'm just telling you, I ain't been out the streets that long. I know this. This is how peace think, you know what I'm saying? And if somebody's watching this and you know that behavior, you just put it in the chat and say it's Mace lying. And then another thing,
I can't believe Mace was ever somebody's pastor. Y'all let this nigga put hands on y'all. Y'all, what church was that? Who are those people? That's wild.
I want to look at in this whole entire.
No, I mean we all know that preachers and pimps have the same talent, the gift of gab. That's why there's such an overlap there. But to see somebody like just do all of it, the only thing left he has to do is become a politician. And I feel like having some type of podcast or radio show is on your way to that.
entire case, right? I heard something about 50 or 25,000 a cheek.
25,000 a cheek.
That's what she texted him. She need 25,000 per cheek.
What are you doing with a cheek to pay 25? If I hope all of this is untrue. If it is true, then they gotta do something about this. If ESPN can endure this, then they should give guys like Paul Pierce his job back. They should give Matt Barnes his job back.
Yep.
And even Michael Irvin, our own Michael Irvin, should get his job back.
So that means that none of these niggas are gonna get jobs back. That's all that means. I think it's so funny how y'all go. That's why. That's why I said it. I know he was a pastor. I'm saying, who are the people like in real life that allowed that to happen? Like who was looking at Mace and was like, yeah, I can trust this man with my spiritual practice. Yeah. Like he knows pimp game because he was one. That's the point I was making there. Shannon paid for an escort for a service and committed a crime when he went beyond what they agreed to do. Anything that makes it seem like they were in a relationship is BS. I feel like we are missing the point when we focus on whether this was a relationship or not. That's semantics. You having a sexual relationship, whether you was paying for it or not, with a 19-year-old girl over and over again over the course of a year. I want to know what y'all think that encompasses. If you think he was never sweet or kind to her at any moment, you would be mistaken. If you think he did not take her to like dinners and shit in certain places where he knew people would not be taking pictures, you would be sadly mistaken. Like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That's of no consequence. It's the fact that she's 19. Whatever the transactional relationship is, it's still a relationship where you're an adult and this is a child. Still, her brain is not fully developed yet at 19. It doesn't matter if she is consenting to being an OnlyFans model. It doesn't matter if she's consenting to having this transactional relationship with him. He is still, I feel like something's wrong with him because he's preying on wanting to have a relationship with any 19-year-old. It doesn't matter if it was her. It doesn't matter if it was another 19-year-old. It doesn't matter. And then the way he was talking to her, I feel like the reason why he wants to be with someone that age is so he can talk to a woman like that. He wants to talk to grown-ass women like that, but knows that it's not going to go the same way. With a 19-year-old, she's just going to sit there quiet and take it. She's not going to know what to say. If he would have said that shit to a woman his age, he would have had his ass handed to him. Publicly, probably, he would have been humiliated by a woman his age, let alone a woman of his own skin tone. So I feel like, I feel what everybody's saying about, oh, this was not some, romantic relationship. And I'm like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It was happening, having sex consistently over a period of time. And I also want to know, while she was having this relationship with him, how many times was she having sex with other people during the process of that relationship? Because I bet you there was some type of agreement where she wasn't having sex with other people. He was paying for her. I'm pretty sure he was paying for her in a capacity where it's like, I'm paying for you also not to have any other clients. That type of dynamic with a 19-year-old, 20-year-old girl is going to force some type of familial relationship, meaning a relationship that is based off of some type of emotional dependency, some type of emotional attachment. It's going to happen because she's 19. If he was doing this with a 30-year-old hooker, we'd have been having a different type of conversation. A 30-year-old hooker, we may have been like, man, that bitch grown. Like, you should have had some paperwork. You know what I'm saying? Like, Y'all got to protect yourselves. Why y'all thinking about it? They be recording everything that go on in the room and they got to sign consent forms and all of that because you can't just be doing whatever the fuck you want to do. And that's what men will do when they get these women in these situations, these vulnerable positions, like when they got a dick in their ass. Like, come on, bro, let's be fucking for real. And the only reason I'm like forcing this conversation with y'all is because I want y'all to be real about how many times we have sex with our boyfriends or just men that we dealing with, and they might be hurting us or doing something that is uncomfortable, and we either go along with it because we just want it to be over, or we tell them to stop and they ignore us. Y'all act like that don't happen in real life, and I feel like we all know that happens in real life, and I just want people to know that that's not cool and that's not okay. And it's easier to do that on a woman when she's young because she doesn't know. She doesn't know what's happening. Like, she know it feel wrong for at some point in this to be pleasurable, but then when I say stop, or when they take a condom off on you without telling you, that has also happened to me. Like, and the dudes who do it, they don't think that that's what they're doing. But they know they're ignoring you. They know they're ignoring you. Like, it to me, the conversation is just problematic, period. Like, it's just problematic, period. This thing of not understanding consent. And it doesn't matter if somebody is a prostitute or if it's transactional, or if you want to identify it as a relationship. It doesn't matter. It's still not okay. So Stephanie George, former Bad Girls Club member, came up here because she wanted to draw a correlation between Shannon Sharp projecting while he was talking about her.
20. Why you didn't date her mom? Why you go for the Donnell?
Didn't date her mom because why didn't I date her mom?
Yeah, good question.
No, wait.
I'm asking the question.
No,
this
because
ain't the Donnell Rawlings show.
Love is love.
If you don't,
Love is love.
I agree with you.
What?
You like them young, though.
I say, Drake, I heard you. Nope. Don't do that. I don't like them young. I like what I love. I didn't groom nobody, son. It is what it is. But I can't date nobody my age and get what I wanted. What I look like getting a 48-year-old bitch pregnant.
It's possible.
It could have happened, but I ain't want them odds.
Hold on. She was on Bad Girls Club?
Yes.
You like Bad Girls?
I made her a good girl. Nigga, say that. Ask me another
20.
Ask me another question.
You like toxic.
I was going through a transition in my life, and if somebody made me feel good about myself, that I knew in the future I was gonna have a beautiful son, that you was gonna try to ruin the relationship I had with him by talking about, did he see you between Diddy legs? I saw the future of this show before we even goddamn did it. All right. And I didn't break no laws. I didn't know. Yes, she's a lot younger than me. But that's what it was. I gave my opportunity. I gave myself an opportunity. Why you hating on me?
Where y'all meet at? Forever 21?
Yo, y'all ain't gotta laugh that hard, son. You know what?
I'm trying to figure out that. I mean, where you meet a 23-year-old?
That's wild.
Because I mean, hey, 23, I think I'm a couple of years older than you. I go 33. So I just need to know. 23, 33, they're probably in the same area.
Y'all, this is wow.
Maybe we can hang out.
I'm not. Ask me another question. I'm not with you. I am not hanging with you. I'm not hanging with you. Okay. What I want to say, there was a part of my life where someone gave me a certain energy that I needed. And they expressed to me, I wasn't out there on no playgrounds.
Yeah.
I didn't have R. Kelly in the background. And they expressed to me.
You sure? Haters wanna hate, lovers wanna love. I don't even want none of the above.
That they, and this is how they get you. I like older men. Bing, 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 bing,
Right.
bing.
You like younger women.
Can I finish my
Go ahead.
sentence? You can switch and do interview yourself. If you want to do that, give them another mic.
Nope.
No, it was just it was something that happened in my life. it was timing.
Mhm.
It was me coming off of another relationship,
Mhm.
and I just felt this person made me feel good.
Mhm.
And that turned into a relationship where I had a beautiful son. I'm not with you.
All right. I thought I had a video of her speaking about this as well. Da, 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 da. I guess I don't. I guess I don't. I guess I don't. But she said he was being a hypocrite, and I think that's hilarious that they dug that up. That is hilarious. I also feel like Darnell was doing the exact same thing. Like we're not gonna mince words.
I think white women are as great as any other women. But I'm not going to act like I'm not scared of them. I have a reason to be scared. You could be Kang the Conqueror, and they could take your rabbit ass down in 2 weekends. I think white women are as great as any.
Child, they pulling up all of the clips of people like trying to give him the forewarning. Stop, turn around, don't do it. Stop, don't go this way. Son, listen, we mean you well. Don't go this way. And he does it any fucking way. All right, y'all. I'm done with Shannon, I think. I was just scrolling to make sure. Let's talk about Carly Red, you guys. My God, today. Okay. According to court records, Carly Red has been arrested and charged with first-degree burglary. Rumors suggest the home she allegedly broke into belonged to her ex-husband, Lou Belton. She has been ordered to avoid any direct or indirect contact with him except during court or legal proceedings. She even has a mug shot, and Bambi is screaming, "Free Carly Red, free Big Red." Yeah, this is sad. I wonder what she was stealing. She looks really frail, y'all. I think they said like Carly is 120 pounds or 123 pounds or something like that. And she's like 5 feet tall. Like, my God, little bitty thing, isn't she? Little bitty thing. Just looking as frail and crazy and Lifetime movie-ish as she possibly can. This lady needs therapy, maybe a psychiatrist. Like, I can understand why, like, back in the 50s, whenever people were like tired of dealing with women, as they were getting older, they would just put them in a sanitarium and lobotomize them. Keep them drugged up 24/7 and lock them behind some doors with a television and padded walls. Really comfy robes, socks, and you give them snacks and drugs, and they have a crazy little, comfortable life in a hospital somewhere. Yeah, I feel like that's what would have happened to Carly Red if we were in the 50s, but we're not. We're in 2025, so she's free and roaming around as she should be. Like, what child, I wish we knew what she stole. The difference in the AI, like, look at these, y'all, look at this shit. This is AI. That's how she look in real life. This how she look, once we didn't put buku makeup on and done face altering shit. Yeah, that's wild, y'all. Pray for Carly Red, okay? Pray for the birds that don't ever grow up, man. The birds that don't grow up. Speaking of which, where y'all, I'm just trying to decide whether I want to. Yeah, I'm gonna go.
It's funny that
I'm gonna go here. Jasmine Brown, you guys. Jasmine Brown, has something to say on the internet. Real with Yanni and all of the laugh emojis. I'm gonna take a deep breath and I'm just gonna prepare myself. Are you guys prepared? Have you liked the video while you're here? Did you like the video? We're about to get into it. Did y'all like the video though? 1,300 of y'all in here. Thank you. Thank you for coming.
You said that you didn't check on your man, because for me, it's like I do so much. I was looking for somebody to check on me. You know what I'm saying?
That's a word.
I said, because I'm going to say it like this. Postpartum is not talked about enough, and we don't support each other enough in that. And it is hard. It is hard, and it is dark. it is very dark. And you know, it's dark. So sometimes just because I might look nice and pretty on the outside doesn't mean that I don't have internal damage going on the inside. Because I woke up, I cooked for everybody, I fed everybody, and I realized it's 4 o'clock. I didn't eat a thing. And nobody even asked me if I ate a thing. Baby on the titty all day, she good, she chunky and fed, and here I am, starving, malnourished, losing my ass.
Tracee.
It's hard.
It's real.
It's really hard, and I think that it just goes back to your support system. It's funny that you said that you didn't check on your man because
I don't know what type of pick me panel this was. I don't know what type of pick me panel the women were on this particular day. But I think one of the comments has said it best. You did this to yourself when it comes to your support system. And so when people were telling you, girl, don't go this way, don't do it, stop, turn around, and you got up there in a fucking jersey dress, 8 months pregnant, performing on somebody's stage, sweating under lights for money, shout out to Erica De Niro, while you was 8 months pregnant by a millionaire. And then when you were pregnant and you weren't on the road, you were at his house cooking for all of his children he had with another woman, while he waits for another woman to come and give him more kids and be his wife, because he said he was waiting on that and you're already there. So why would he be waiting on what was already in front of him? And why would he say that in an interview if it wasn't meant to hurt you while you're going through postpartum depression? And so when we saw him in the stupid fucking hats and saying the dumb shit, and we said, Jazzy, girl, what's happening? What's going on, girl? Why are you doing this? You know better. And you told us that we didn't know what the fuck we was talking about because we hadn't had the pleasure of having a cheap $1 million nigga apply pressure to us. Girl, I'm upper middle class. Of course I have. Of course I have. But I swear for God, I don't want no bondage. I don't care what it look like. I don't want no bondage, man. And relationships with niggas with freeform locks and Jiminy Cricket hats. Making fashion choices and shit with 99 fucking children, running his mouth on the podcast, having circular arguments about his own wants with other people, but somehow magically being able to profit off of it, because what else could you do in a patriarchal capitalist society that make money off you whining about your inability to grow the fuck up while interviewing other niggas on their inability to grow the fuck up? And see, Jasmine ain't 19, 20, 21, 22. So we can't even look at it. That's why we not mad at Cam for taking advantage at this point. He's still fucked up and nobody else should be putting themselves in that situation with that nigga. But it's so aggravating when we be like, girl, wait, stop, don't do it. You know better. You know how this will end. Girl, stop. And y'all be like, bitch, you a hater. Bitch, you single. You ain't never gonna be with a rich nigga. And now you over there telling us how you crying in the Bentley. And we crying in the Toyota. Man, listen, sometimes you do it to yourself. Sometimes you gotta go through it. Sometimes you gotta actually be faced with everything that everybody told you. And you have to deal with it. And that's fucked up. Because essentially, nobody should go through life or death having a baby for a man, for him not to, and then for him to be a millionaire and him not to provide you with the care that you need so that you're fed and you're not cooking for 6 children who already have a mother. Those children already have mothers. 5 of them, I believe, already has a mother. And it's not that you're not supposed to be providing for them as the mother figure in the household. But when you are with a man who has $1 million, the fact that he did not have a chef, when you wanted to get online and tell us about how you was cooking tacos for everybody, and I was just like, bitch, ain't you pregnant? You not tired? He got all of that money. What is the money for? What the fuck is the money for? What is the money for, my nigga? I need to know. What is the money for? And then when I be clocking that shit, y'all want to act like I'm stupid. Like when we was talking about Joe Button's old lady and how she talk about she clean up when she go to his house. But when she's not there, he got a cleaning lady. Hello? Why is the cleaning lady not there when I'm there? Nigga, the cleaning lady need to be there when I'm there. I don't need to be coming to your house cleaning shit up. If you got a cleaning lady when I'm not here, have her when I am here. Nigga, don't look at me as a replacement for your cleaning lady. Fuck wrong with you? You got money. Why are you making me do extra labor to prove my love to you? The fuck? Every night over there got to prove my love. That's not cool, man. That's not cool. Like that shit not cool, bro. We hope you be okay over there though. While you go through that, what you had put yourself through over there, because that's what you had said you wanted to do. So that was you over there. Y'all was acting like Monique Samuels might be returning back to Real Housewives of Potomac. She said no. Pooh said that. I don't know why they said that. That's not true. That's not happening. Ain't nobody coming back to Real Housewives of Potomac. That was a nice try, though. I see y'all on the internet trying to give Real Housewives of Potomac a breath left of life back, but I don't know, girl. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm not really down for Real Housewives of Potomac. I wasn't watching this last season. I wasn't interested. I feel like they gave us they ass to kiss like Basketball Wives did, and now they can just be where they at. I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about. The only way I might watch is if Candace come back. But if that's not what we doing, I'm not interested. Y'all not entertaining enough for all of that. I don't give a fuck about Robin coming back. I don't give a fuck about y'all making sure that Katie got her medication so she can come back and film a scene or two. I don't have time for that forced shit. Keep it. You should have been worrying about it when we was all clocked in, when we was all glued in, when we was all interested in asking for a little bit of balance in the mess. And y'all told us to kiss y'all ass. Why don't y'all go back and put out all of the moments y'all deleted from those reunion shows trying to protect Giselle, Real Housewives of Potomac? Why don't y'all do that instead of having people post fake stories on the internet so that y'all can gauge the response if anybody would give a fuck about Monique coming back to Real Housewives of Potomac? Thank you. Good day. Good day. So Kelly, y'all. Real Housewives of Atlanta newcomer Kelly Farrell is already stirring the pot at this time. It's not in the kitchen. According to court documents obtained by In Touch, Kelly's landlord is calling her out for allegedly owing over $101,000 in unpaid rent, interest, and late fees for her Nana's Chicken and Waffles location in Sandy Springs, Georgia. The lawsuit was filed on March 26th and claims Kelly signed a 5-year lease in January 2024 that was supposed to last until August 2029. But her landlord says she breached the lease by failing to get proper permits to start renovations so she could open the restaurant or pay rent. Despite being warned multiple times between August 2024 and March 2025, they say she never handled it. The landlord says they'll be adding on extra fees if she doesn't pay up in 10 days. Kelly's team is putting the blame on her recent divorce from her ex-husband, Chevalo Farrell. Her rep says this lawsuit is about her second location and delays are due to a messy split and close to $160,000 in legal bills. They added that Kelly has been a successful entrepreneur for over 8 years, and the Sandy Springs restaurant is still expected to open this summer. She talked about all of this. Yeah, they talked about how she was spoiling her 17-year-old daughter with all of those luxury bags. But I feel like it may not be that simple if her husband has any of the paperwork or has access to accounts that specific business might be tied to, it might be difficult to put any money or make any changes while they are in litigation. So I you know what I'm saying? Like, in order to change accounts so he doesn't have access to them, so that you can put money, into an account for the rental people, the property owners, to take out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wonder if it was something where, because they're tied up, she couldn't make any moves without the husband also knowing about it and then sabotaging whatever she was doing. Because what if she, put money in the account, he's able to get access to it because he's also still on the business and they haven't gone through the divorce to separate anything. So he can now access accounts and take that money out. And didn't she say she already lost money? So I feel like it may not be that simple as, oh, I was over here wasting my money on designer bags for my daughter, so I did not pay my bills. I don't think that was necessarily it. But I also feel like there's also a possibility that she was rushing doing certain things and cutting corners in order to rush and do certain things. Because there was a scene where she was talking to her managers, the people who are helping her put together that restaurant in Sandy Springs. And they were telling her how she is having way too many expectations for the time frame that they have. Like, she wants them to get so much done and open in such a short amount of time, and they don't think that it's going to happen. And so I feel like this might be a part of her not being realistic about things, because I just need this to get done. But you're going through a divorce and we can't make certain things happen until we get this, and this. And we can't get that while he's still a part of it. He, especially if he's blocking it and all of that type of stuff. So yeah, she's really going to have to go through whatever she's going to have to go through to separate her businesses and handle that first, because it seems as if things are not being handled appropriately because of it. And this is sad. You know what I mean? I know she is one of the girls that came on the Housewives franchise to push her business. And so I hope it'll eventually work out for her, because I do like Kelly. And this seems to be a really fucked up situation. Chanel Robinson, thank you for being a member. Hey, Bondi, feeling really good today. Had a great meeting about my memoir that's on track to come out this summer. Hope you'll have a great day. Oh, congratulations. And thank you so much for coming through. I hope everything goes well. April, thank you for the super chat, boo. My mom told me if you do everything, most men will sit back and watch you do everything. She was low-key reading me. I woke up though. No, yeah. And you don't recognize it at first. Like, you don't recognize you're doing it, because, and that's another thing, because they low-key be teaching you to do all of this shit for men. And then, along the way they learn you have to withhold. Well, you got to teach us that portion of the story too. Because a lot of times we just see y'all doing way too fucking much for these men. Like, just overall, sitting up there talking about don't let them. Yeah, okay, yeah. How about you still not do as much as you do, Ma? Thanks, though. I'll take that advice. Appreciate ya. All right, let's move on, y'all. What did Scrappy say?
Hold on. Gandy and Mendes is not legally married?
First of all, where the fuck is he going looking like a biker boy? Like, what's going on? Child, he look like he about to go ride some motorbikes, okay? Keep your legs, Scrappy. Keep your legs.
So I can get married without getting married? I should have did that.
Okay.
Damn.
You can just go up to the courthouse, pay to change your person's last name for real. You know that, right? You can just pay $500 to get your name changed.
I wish this would change her last name. Take my daddy's name off her name. I can't wait till they get married. Oh my God. Like, oh, it'd be a waste. I gotta holler at you, Andy. I gotta holler at you because I ain't know. I thought we were getting legally married around this. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm doing next then. I'm gonna get married without getting married. Yeah, cause like it took so much to get unmarried. Hold on, Gandy, man. I don't care.
I mean, I listen. I don't know why he got a shade Bam while he says this, but I agree with him. Like, you can have ceremonies. You don't have to legally tie yourself to anybody, and nobody should be trying to legally tie themselves to young Merlot. Like, what he got that you trying to tie yourself down to him?
We are working. I'm not trying to pump the show, but I'm just saying that
That's
people
great,
didn't
though.
expect us to be doing unscripted.
Right.
But it's like, well, that's my taste, right? I mean, I love those kind of shows where it's just regular people. I think that maybe that's the sociologist in me, that I love watching regular
human connection.
real. There's chaos in life. There's
Exactly.
friction. So what's your favorite franchise?
My favorite one, kind of.
You watch a little bit of all of them?
I watch a little bit of
So do
all.
I, girl.
Love and hip hop. I watch.
Oh, I do too.
Oh my God.
Mama D. Oh, child.
Yes,
Oh,
I love it because I know a Mama
Scrappy
D.
and them?
Everybody knows a Mama D.
They sure
right?
do.
If you don't have one in your family, you got a
Then
Mama
you
D.
lying. You are lying. You're just not
Come on now.
recognizing Mama D. We are working. I'm not trying to pump the show.
Hilarious. I know Mama D is somewhere. I deserve to be loved. I deserve to be loved. Yes, Lord. I deserve to be loved. Y'all, Mama D is somewhere very touched in her spirit right now. I love that. I love that for her.
I have a Mama D in my family. I ain't gonna say who, but
But I'm like that. I tell my husband, I was like, you watch golf?
Right.
I watch unscripted.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Fair
it
trade-off.
brings me, I don't know. It
peace.
just settles me down.
And you get to talk. And I guess
No, for real. Like, y'all, I told y'all we've been rewatching season, we just got into season 4 of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. And this is when they introduce Jessica Dime. Girl. Such a good time, right? So me and Lyric be watching it before we go to bed. Now we have to turn it off. We cannot go to sleep with it on, right? But he will literally be in the bed like, babe, please turn this shit off. I can't go to sleep with this on. Because you want to pay attention. It's hilarious. Okay, we just finished watching like the season 3 reunion. And y'all remember that was the season where they was beefing Benzino, Althea, and Jocelyn and Stevie J were beefing, and Jocelyn and Stevie J got up and walked over to them because Benzino said they was on that coke. And so they got up and walked over, and Stevie stopped because he a punk, but Jocelyn went head first because she's a pit bull in a skirt, okay, and hit Althea, and then Benzino hit Jocelyn for hitting Althea, and then Jocelyn ran up on Tammy and Deborah. Deb Atney had to grab her by the hair. She grabbed her whole ponytail out. Then they was trying to take her backstage, and she started fighting Mimi, bitch. It was too much, okay? Then Benzino got into it with the executive producer. Oh my God, y'all. It was so much that season. Then Jocelyn calling Stevie J her husband the whole season. They sit down with the executive producer, and she like, I brought it for you. I ain't got no marriage license. I forgot it. Girl, y'all ain't got no fucking marriage license because y'all not married June, July asshole. Oh, Lord. When I tell you I could not stand Jocelyn, bro. And everybody loved her. And I just could not stand her ass. I just felt like she was just a big ignorant ass bully. I thought she was funny, entertaining, but people actually liked her. And I was like, no. And then she went and had the baby. And y'all know I'm an old forgiving ass bitch. So we cycle back around. Girl, then she left the show. She got her own show. We cycle back around. After that, I was done. I canceled Zeus Network because of her. I'm not doing this.
the blackness in us, the call and response. Like,
because we was, I would have said,
I would have,
right.
yeah, I would have, should have. If that was me, no. Like,
Listen
talking
to
to
it while
the
I'm
TV.
taking my makeup off. You're like, girl, I would have. I swear to God. Let me be at that dinner.
Exactly.
Okay, I brought this on myself here. I brought it
You
on
sure
myself.
did, but you made a connection because I would have never thought she would say love. Or a mirror.
No, for real. This is cute. Okay. And in that order, BICTH. And in that order. What did DC say in response to Rashida and Yandy? I'm sorry, Rashida and Kirk.
Who shot y'all?
Minding the business that pays me, driving through Harlem, listening to Who Shot You. Isn't that nice?
Nigga, hold on. Gang them in.
I don't care where he put him.
Child, the mess is messing. The mess is messing. Brooke Valentine, look, it's Love and Hip Hop all over the place.
Came back and I had meetings with them. They was like, this little ghetto girl. They was like,
They got to
when I
actually
did the
know
big
you.
round table
Right,
meeting, they
right.
were like, I remember them like whispering to each other and talking about my hair. And at the time, yeah, they hired Chaka. They hired Chaka, who is, you know, with J and B now. Chaka, and she came on and she was like, yeah, they hired me to get you together and figure you out, like, because we don't know what to do with you, you know. And a lot came with that. You know, I was told I was too light skinned to do ghetto music, and you know, I needed to tan, so I started tanning every day. I was burning myself up. So now people think that I bleach, and I'm like, no, now I'm just regular. I was in the tan bed probably 3 times a week trying to be brown enough to be as ghetto as I was.
And these
or
are white
whatever.
people telling you that.
Yeah. Yeah. It was like, you need to.
I just wanted to
clear that up.
Yeah, right away they told me I needed to tan. They was like, tanning is the new thing. You see Ashanti, like she's, you know, toasted. So when I came back and I had meetings with, and I'm like, okay, well she is, you know what I mean? I guess, you know. And they told me a couple of things, and I needed to drop like 27 pounds. I'll never forget the 27. I was like, okay, because I liked my, you know, in Houston, you know,
cake on you.
you had a little in Houston, it was okay to have a little chunk. So I did that, dropped the weight or whatever, and then I came back, and I don't know who had the meeting about me going to Atlanta to work with Little John. But it was like, let's see what she does over there. And I'm like, okay, well, she is, you know what I mean? I guess, you know. And they told me a couple of things, and I needed to drop like 27.
Lil Kim said the same thing. I instantly think of Beyonce. So basically, y'all thought all of the girls were darker than they actually were back in the day. And now that the girls are not doing that anymore, everybody accuses them of bleaching. I believe that that's the case in some situations. Lil Kim and them, girls, stop fucking playing with us. Like, stop playing with us. First of all, a lot of us were darker when we were kids. That's just kind of how that goes. But at the end of the day, I feel like with Brooke, I don't think Brooke is bleaching, you know. But Kim, girl, stop talking to me. Like, just stop talking to me, man. I want to stop, you know, seeing it and drawing reference to it and thinking about how sad it is that you've, you know, changed yourself so much over the years that you are no longer, you know, the same beauty that you once were because you kept fucking with yourself. Girl, I don't want to do this with you today. Let's move on. But just a little FYI, y'all thought they was bleaching and really they was tanning back in the day because white people thought they wasn't brown enough to be ghetto. Isn't that interesting? Just be yourself, y'all. Just be yourself. Whatever it is, girl, just be yourself. Oh, fuck these people.
The Trump administration is fighting against free speech in America. And that is very sad for me to say and to report as someone who has been a supporter of Donald Trump.
Are you surprised, Candace? Candace, are you surprised, darling? Are you surprised? Are you coming to us now?
Cannot allow our rights to be infringed upon. And if you think it's going to stop with college campuses, you're out of your mind. So you better buck up and root for Harvard University in this fight. You better hope that they defeat the Trump administration and this absurd definition. They even include parts of the Bible. They're like, you can't say that the Jews had anything to do with Christ, killing Christ, which is, you know, if that is, it's not anti-Semitism, it's anti-Catholic. The Trump administration is fighting against free speech in America. And that.
Yeah. I just thought this was so interesting because there were so many people out there, you know, when I was critiquing Candace before the election and critiquing her thought processes and the things that she said. And, you know, people were like, oh, no, Candace knows. And I'm like, Candace is performing. Candace is telling you what she thinks you want to hear. She is betting on your ignorances. OK, and so here she is now flip-flopping, you know, like a like an inflated car wash signal. Like she's just flailing in the fucking wind. And I'm, I'm on her side with this, of course. I'm all about free speech. Okay. I believe in free speech to the point that I feel like, if white people want to be up here on the internet saying the N-word, let them. Let them. And then if we want to deal with them, we can now see what we're dealing with. I don't want us getting rid of free speech. All, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't. But there should be consequences for things that you do say, like inciting riots and shit, or threatening to harm people and shit. Things that can turn into physical actions and harm people and shit. Okay? But yeah, no, I think it's so funny to watch people who are normally so steadfast in their fucked up ideologies backpedaling and pussy popping all over the internet, girl. Round of applause. Baby, make that ass clap. Down it on the floor, make that ass on it, baby, make that. Okay, what's happening here? Sky Jackson's baby daddy, Jerky, is back in the pen. Now on a fugitive from another state warrant. It's giving, I gotta prove that I'm back because I'm light skinned. Bust in the face because I ain't like him. Like, it is definitely, like, nigga is 6'5". Like, why are you out here? Why do you think you're gonna get away? Why do you think you're gonna get away? We can see you. You're an albino giant with red hair. What are you like? Why do you think you can do things and hide from us, nigga? We can see you. And then you go and get in a relationship with a little famous bitch. So even if we weren't noticing the huge albino nigga with red hair walking next to us in a Walmart, we was gonna notice the girl that used to be on the Disney Channel standing next to him with her hand on her hip looking real upset. Y'all don't make no sense. Y'all don't make no sense. Why are you out here still doing illegal shit? What is happening? Why do you have a warrant in another state? Why do y'all put yourselves through this? Why do y'all put yourselves through this, young women? Sad news. Sad news, y'all. Elijah Arenas, the 18-year-old son of former NBA star Gilbert Arenas and Laura Govan. I don't know why they didn't put that in this story, but it's Laura Govan's son as well. The 18-year-old son and top prospect at USC has been placed in a medically induced coma following a car crash on Thursday, on today. Senior NBA insider Sham Charania of ESPN reported 5-star prospect and USC commit Elijah Arenas was involved in a serious car crash early Thursday morning, hospitalized and placed into an induced coma. So they're saying that he was in a Cybertruck, you guys. They're saying that he was in a Cybertruck, and apparently Cybertrucks have been catching fire. And see, this is why capitalism is so stupid, because a car will be called ugly and unsafe, but because it has a name that makes you feel affluent, you will go and purchase it and buy it. I remember when cars used to be considered, safe because you could have your kids driving them. Like, they actually had advertisement and commercials about cars that were made to not only run, but to be safe for you to pass down to your kid. Like, that was a thing. And now y'all are like, the car is a shit bag. It's techie, but it's not a good car. It's ugly, but it's for rich people. So we're going to go and buy it. I just feel like that says a lot, man. And people should just think about these things sometimes, like how safe, what are the safety ratings on these cars? Stop caring so much about, you know, and regulations. Come talk about it, Marco. Regulations. You mean the Teslas? You mean owned by the guy that probably skirted around regulations, the dude that's trying to, and I told y'all this before the election, that all they were going to do was get into government so that they can make it easier to take advantage of the consumers and the workers. I feel like I said this. Like they hate making shit safe for y'all. Like it's wild. It's wild. But I'm very, very sorry about their son. And I hope that he is okay. They say he's in a medically induced coma. It happened today. That doesn't mean he won't recover, but it still sounds really, really terrible. And so again, my prayers go out to them. That's so fucking tough. Y'all know I have really been avoiding talking about Kanye Tuda because he wants people to pay attention to him. Like he just keeps saying like these erroneous, crazy, fucked up things because he wants us to pay attention to him so fucking badly. And we're bored and we're tired and we're over it. And it's not even interesting anymore. But then he said something about Boosie. And whenever I see the girls fight, right, it's interesting to me because to me, Boosie and Kanye fighting is like infighting. I love when the villains start fighting each other. It's hilarious.
I know that nigga smell poor. I never met him. That nigga smell poor. You know, that nigga is poor. What the fuck I'm talking about smell?
Yeah, Boozy got him not talking shit.
But he there, that's what he there to do. They took a piece of shit and made him talk shit. He talking himself. He a piece of shit. He talking shit. But by the way, I know that nigga smell poor. I never met him. That nigga smell poor. You know, they're streaming. Just letting you know.
Oh, is streaming outside?
No, it's phone right here.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry. This is the Illuminati guys. They're streaming.
Wow. Who's this kid? Who's this kid? That's wild. Kanye looks like he doesn't shower for days. So I don't know what being rich smells like, but does being poor smell like hot dog water? Is that what you think it smells like? I don't know. Boosie he smells like Hennessy and Black and Miles and some type of expensive perfume put over maybe 2 days of funk. You know what I'm saying? Like I know he likes his soaps and shit, but he give me, you know, I'ma just change my underwear and I ain't gonna take a shower today because I don't feel like it. But yeah, you look like you smell like a whole bunch of weed, some Black and Mild, some Hennessy on your breath, some real strong brown liquor coming out of your pores. Yeah. And Kanye, you look like you smell like must. You smell like, you know, a little bit of ass, a little bit of musk, a little bit of bad breath. You know what I'm saying? That's what Kanye looks like he smells like. So, you know, if being rich looks like I still don't clean my ass appropriately, that's what you're giving. Yeah. It's giving musty. It's giving corn chips. All right, so let's get into Corey Holcomb. I don't know why Corey Holcomb has not stroked out from his diet yet, but he is up here going in on Tracee Ellis Ross, much like Lil Duval did. And I told y'all it's because the men feel like they got a gotcha moment in the Tracee Ellis Ross conversation about her dating younger men. And I feel like when we're having conversations about men dating younger, we're talking about you guys always telling us you like to date 25 and younger, much like Donnell Jones over there. I mean, not Donnell Jones, Donnell Rollins, my bad. Donnell Rollins over there dating BGC 23. Like, no, No, it's not. It should not be jiving. It just really shouldn't. Just because it's legal doesn't mean it's okay. And I don't believe Tracee Ellis Ross is dating a 22-year-old or a 19-year-old boy. I don't. I think Tracee Ellis Ross is dating like a 30-something, maybe even a 40-something. It just depends. Either way, we don't see her on the internet talking shit about how terrible men are every other week like we do you. We don't see her using her microphone to attack people and shit on them seemingly from nowhere. Like, you're not on a pedestal. Nobody cares. But Corey Holcomb says the most egregious, disrespectful, insecure, little dick, male, like just misogynist bullshit comes out of his mouth. It gives my breath smells like dick juice because I'm always proverbially sucking some other man's dick. Meanwhile, begging women for attention on the low and then talking to them like shit because I know I don't deserve to be with them, even when they're poor. Even when they need money from me, I know that if they had a little bit more money, or if I didn't have any money, they wouldn't be fucking with me because I can't stand myself. I don't like myself. Look at me. Can't you tell? I don't take care of myself. I don't seem likable. So why the fuck would anybody like me? I'm funky. I'm ugly. I have a bad attitude. I'm really not that funny, but a whole bunch of men really like me because I say the things that they want to say because they hate the women they're around too, because they hate themselves too. They don't like themselves either. They're fat, out of shape, stink, can't find a woman and want to dominate one too. They're just like me. So when I get online and I say the dumb shit I say, it makes them feel seen. See, somebody up here thinks how you think. You're seen. Somebody gets you. Somebody understands you. But see, here's the thing, Corey and all the rest of you fat, funky, ugly motherfuckers out there that like to hate on women. It's a lot of y'all. Y'all are still men. This is still the patriarchy. And you're bitched out about your inability to succeed in a system made for you? Wow. How whack do you have to be? How whack do you have to be? Like, y'all with this red pill, I'm not getting any coochie if I'm not paying for it. Energy is really weird. It's really weird. And I'm going to say it every time. Every single one of you niggas would pay to lay on the floor and have her sit her ass cheeks on your face. You would breathe in all the air. You would taste all the taste. You would lick the lint out of Tracee Ellis Ross's ass and savor it in a Ziploc bag to be put under your pillow, nigga. You, Lil Duval, and every other celibate, if they can't pay for coochie, disrespectful, bad attitude, ugly, out of shape, bad-bodied, unattractive ass nigga out there. Thank y'all for y'all contributions to my content. Tracee doesn't have to coerce anybody. Tracee doesn't have to be with a man that has less knowledge in order to get along with one. She's a beautiful woman. It doesn't work the same way as y'all slapping y'all fat, hairy bellies on top some 22-year-old's little stomach, rubbing your little dick in between her thighs so you can feel special because she made you feel special. Fuck out of here. I'm gonna let him do it.
Because men who sleep with men are making laws that put in power. Now can go around and young boys and brag on it and think ain't nothing wrong with them. But when
So somehow gay men got put into this situation as if straight men don't like to fuck young girls. That's not the problem. And nobody said young boys. And I think it's so funny how when y'all talk about the 19-year-old that Shannon Sharp is talking, talking to and fucking and all of that, y'all said Y'all called her a 19-year-old woman. You don't even know how old Tracee Ellis Ross is dating. You don't know how old the men she's dating is. You don't know how young she meant. And here you are talking about young boy. You know exactly what you're doing. Look at you exercising how smart you can be.
Corey went on Cam Newton's show and said, "I'm young, broke, lost hoes. I was the worst motherfucker in the world." Huh, Tracee?
You were the worst motherfucker anyway. You were the worst motherfucker anyway. I actually patted you on the back for being honest, but you didn't have to tell us that. We can look at you and tell. We can look at you and see. We already know. You're not cute, and you know you're not cute, and you walk around carrying your not cuteness on your fucking sleeve. All you niggas do that. All you niggas who are insecure in one way or another, little dicks, not that cute, not that fine, got a fat ass neck, ain't got that much money, ain't got that much motion, ain't got no swag. Any of you niggas that's fitting into those specific departments, yeah, y'all go around carrying that shit on y'all. Y'all treat women like y'all ready for the woman and tell y'all how fat, ugly, and disgusting y'all are.
Tracee Ellis Ross, we heard you. I mean, we finna go into it. We about to get your Jaja Binks. We about to get because somebody said it, so now I can say it.
Yeah.
How you see the get out the car? I'm like, oh, see where they come, brother. She straight.
Oh, yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He didn't choose you. He didn't choose you. These were your prime years when you was passing the out to boss niggas who got options to choose a woman who was virtuous. None of them chose you. So now
you're trying to make her feel bad with not being chosen by a man because y'all think that it's such a value to be chosen by a man, as if women don't live great, fulfilling, wholesome lives without you. And that's why y'all want to drag Tracee Ellis Ross down to y'all level, because she does it in a way that makes everybody glaringly obvious. Like, it makes everybody see how what y'all are doing is weirdo shit, and it's different than a woman saying, I want to be with a younger man, because the younger generation isn't as misogynistic. It's not the same thing. Y'all men have always wanted to be with children. This is not new, y'all. Like, have y'all ever seen The Fucking Color Purple? Has anybody ever looked? But like, there are a lot of y'all whose grandparents had huge age differentiations. This shit ain't new. Y'all have always been doing that because women that get over a certain age, once a woman's brain is fully formed, she is no longer easily manipulated, and all of y'all little stupid games that y'all play to control women don't work anymore because they figured it out. By the time they get 25, 26, 27, now they know how the argument is going to go. They've already clocked the pattern and the rhythm of how this is about to go, which means at some point they realize that you're doing it for a response and they stop giving into it. So now you're bored because the woman is no longer going to play the game with you that gets you the response that you want so you can feed off her energy. That's what you're talking about, if we're being real.
at 52, with your arrogant ass, you dating the puppies of the hood.
Arrogant. You mad because she knows she fine. A feeling that you envy. A feeling that you envy. Being able to look in the mirror and really like what you see. Y'all niggas be mad at women when they be older and they still be fine. Y'all be real mad because y'all telling all the young girls that they supposed to age out of being fine. And women like Tracee Ellis Ross prove y'all niggas to be liars.
Good. Let me tell you something. These broads out here, especially the older ones, 45 and up, I'm going to go that high, 45 and up, they good with dogs and elderly people, or they might.
I don't know what happened, y'all. Hold up. Get out of here. Hold up, y'all. Give me a second. All right. Okay. I think we might have needed to just do a little reboot right quick. Is it good now? Okay.
Might mess with somebody who's young and impressionable, because that way they can be held up as they pretend themselves to be. But when you're around a man, a man is gonna call you for who you are. Bitch, you ain't. I don't give a fuck if you Tracee Ellis Ross. Tracee Ellis Ross can get.
And that's the point. That a man, whatever your version of a man is, I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to be with a man that's gonna tell me I ain't shit, bitch. Like I don't want to be with a man like that. Are you okay? Why do you want to be with a woman who you want to tell that she ain't shit? That's some weird ass shit, nigga. You should ask yourself, why in your mind do you want to be in a relationship with a woman so that you could tell her she ain't shit, bitch? Why? You're proving her point. This is exactly why she doesn't want to date somebody in your age range. Let's think about other people in your age range. Nobody wants to deal with you ornery, mean ass, bad attitude having ass niggas.
Get it? And like Kevin Samuel said about her a long time ago, a nigga will walk down the street with that.
She's 52. Somebody was saying 60.
It don't matter how old she is. She can get it, and a nigga might walk down the street with her. Even though right there, she looked tripped out to me.
She looked just like somebody I know.
That bitch look crazy right there.
Oh, wait.
That's that face. Oh my God. Like these women,
She's smiling. She's smiling. She's smiling. She looks happy. Are you upset because she looks happy? Are you upset because she doesn't look tired and ran through like any woman who would have been lying under you, letting you do her business, doing your business on her would look? A woman who you would lay down with would not look this good. What are you talking about?
Trying not to say it. That's a drag queen type picture right there.
Man, that's
A drag queen type picture because she has her brows drawn in? She doesn't have a lot of makeup on. So what are you talking about? You don't know what to say. And the fact that there are other people laughing at this shit that's not even funny, all of y'all are whack as fuck too.
yeah, that's not. I seen her.
She look like, you be like, what's your name? She'll be like, Julio.
Julio.
She look like she got her own language. She just like she just be.
Look at your fat, unhealthy looking ass sitting up there not being funny too. Look at y'all both not being funny at all, making each other laugh. Y'all might as well go in the back and suck each other's dicks. What do you need Tracee or any other woman to be involved in this for? Go in the back and jack each other off. Why are y'all sitting up here masturbating about talking shit about a woman who don't even know y'all?
That's a makeup picture right there. Like, I'm saying, like, I'm just keeping it real. Your best years are gone. Your best years are gone.
Nigga, your best years are gone. Your best years are gone. You don't know what the fuck my best years are. Niggas don't do nothing but project. When I tell you they don't do nothing but project, but you know why you know they don't do anything but project? Because they don't really see you, because they can't see you. You're not human to them. All they see when they look at women is a reflection back of themselves. They don't see the women. They don't see us there. They just see whatever we reflect back to them. Tracee reflects back, I'm older, or I might be just the same age as you, and you still couldn't have me. You couldn't have me when I was young, and you can't have me now. And my age is supposed to mean that you can degrade me enough to have me, but you can't. Not even now.
Oh, man. You have to date the puppies in order to get the proper attention you need, because they need you. You got bread. You got things that will keep them interested in you.
What do you mean keep them interested in you? What do you have that women are interested in besides money? I think y'all really devalue, and you do this on purpose, but you know good and goddamn well that any woman is a value to have, especially a beautiful woman that is successful and has money. She's valuable to anybody. But a woman like Tracee Ellis Ross can absolutely get a man with his own bag. There are a lot of young men out here in their 30s and 40s with money, my nigga, with more money than you.
But this is what happens. After them young boys smash you and go around the block with you a couple of times, you start stalking them. You're going to feel like that young boy owe you something. You're not going to be happy.
No, that's how you be feeling about them young women, nigga. That's how you feel about them young women. That's why y'all be stalking them women the way y'all do. That's what that's really about, sir. And speaking of stalking, let's go down and talk about Chris Brown right quick. Because I know y'all might not think this is funny, but I thought about it and I think this is hilarious. So Chris Brown is facing a new legal battle, this time from a woman who claims the singer publicly humiliated her on social media, causing emotional and reputational damage. Angela Relaford, who filed the lawsuit without legal representation, alleges that Chris reposted an edited video of her that included manipulated audio featuring what she described as ominous devil music and a mugshot from a wrongful arrest. The video, according to the lawsuit, included false captions suggesting she posed a threat to Chris and his dancers. By reposting the edited video, Chris intentionally placed her in a false light, portraying her as a dangerous and unstable, thereby misrepresenting her character, the suit reads. Relaford accuses Brown of sharing the content with reckless disregard for the truth, arguing that he failed to verify the authenticity of the video before sharing it with his millions of followers. She's seeking damages for emotional distress and damage to her reputation.
This fucking dancer, the one that Beyonce fired, she finally have a chance. She was been mad since February. And Chinese New Year was wearing red, and Knuckle You Buck came on. I guess I got the club crunk, but I'm just being myself. God damn, I'm not competing with you. I'm not trying to be a better dancer than you, Miss Professional Dancer who dances for Chris Brown and Beyonce. I haven't been in professional school. I'm not a backup dancer for a celebrity. I'm just fucking, oh, this song is good. Let me get up and dance. And she want to get up and dance and she put a microphone to her ass. You can hear it clap. I'm like, bitch, you've been waiting for this moment? Like, she's a loser. They're loser.
I remember this video. So I do think, no. I think this fan is touched. Please don't get me wrong. The reason why it's funny to me is because this is the same man that was saying, bitch, if you're mine, you're always mine. Like, I just think it's funny for a man that has kind of stalkery energy. Like, for a man that will get online and be like, bitch, once you mine, you always mine. Like, and then have a weird ass bitch like this chasing your ass around. I know you love me, Chris. I know you love me, Chris. I love you. Don't you love me, Chris? I know you saw me when I was in a club. I know you saw me. I'm sorry, y'all, but I think that it is so funny when crazy niggas start getting harassed by crazy bitches. Like that, like on you. Like that shit is hilarious. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm probably gonna go to hell. All right, let's move on. I think this is the last thing I want to talk about, but I thought it was funny. I'm sorry. It might just be me. Let's get to this last B. Simone story. Okay, it's 1,700 of y'all in the room. Do your thing, do your thing, do your thing. B. Simone's old friends react after she says they would have judged her for not getting high. Stop trying to make it seem like we were horrible friends. It's hurtful at this point. Y'all, I feel like at this point, B. Simone is just such a victim. She is such a victim. Every time you turn around, girl, she is somewhere being a victim. Somewhere being passive aggressive, talking shit about her friends. Like, you really didn't like them girls, did you? Didn't they say like she unfriended all of them like at around the same time?
To be very clear, solitude, it's a beautiful thing, but it's also difficult. People are not going to understand when you truly start to choose yourself and your well-being and your growth. Y'all, I'm 2 years in sober, no weed, no alcohol. The people I'm around now, they support it. My friends still drink. They don't peer pressure me to drink or do anything else. People I was with before, oh, they would have been mad I wasn't getting high. Why you ain't smoking with us? I don't want to smoke anymore. If you're around people that cannot let you stretch and grow, you're around the wrong people. I'm telling you guys, and that's okay. It's gonna be hard. I said this before, it doesn't have to be a beef. Certain friendships I walked away from, they don't understand why I walked away, even though I verbalized and communicated every reason. it just wasn't good enough for them, but it was good enough for me. I'm always going to choose my peace, my growth, my purpose that God has for my life over being comfortable somewhere where I know we're no longer aligned and I can't grow. It's okay. I want to.
Girl, this is what the friend said. But this just isn't true. I still very much love you, but you got to stop with this narrative. None of us would have been mad that you weren't smoking. Stop trying to make it seem like we were such horrible friends when we quite literally supported everything you did. It's hurtful at this point. Letitia said, I don't even smoke, but I know enough about smokers to know they don't want to share if you didn't put in. This is true. Okay. Miss Ernestine Morrison said, I pray she finds the peace she's looking for. I can't speak for anyone else, but as it pertains to us, we supported everything she's ever done. Even when that support was rarely reciprocated. May God ease her mind, child. Not them all trying to out prayer hand her. It is okay, bitch. Namyo renge kyo. You're right. It is okay, bitch. Namyo renge kyo. Namyo renge kyo. Namyo renge kyo. Namyo renge kyo. Namyo. Listen. Be Simone, bitch. You gonna stop getting on the internet with all of these little sayings and shit trying to act like you wise, like you the wise old. She was an old lady sitting under a tree. She called me over and she said to me, my days left here may not be long. I wouldn't waste my time telling you nothing wrong. The sun is the flower, need the sun in the rain. A little bit of pleasure's worth a whole lot of pain. Do y'all hear these stupid ass lyrics? A little bit of pleasure worth a whole lot. Bitch. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. I refuse. No. No, no. No, no. No, no. No, no. No, no. No, no. Oh my God. You gotta go through something. Be a cook in the kitchen, a lady in the streets. You can't show your teeth to every guy you meet. It's all right to be a little sweet, but be a mama to them kids and you know what in the sheets? No pain. That's what them hoes be telling y'all. Y'all better not be like that. You worry about yourself, girl. You do what's good for you. I'm tired of B. Simone, though. I am. I am tired of her with the fake woke shit. I'm tired of her with the fake deep shit. I'm tired of her with the I'm always in my growing season, and always figuring out a way to monetize it, girls. You have to keep changing and shifting like a goddamn chameleon, bitch. Okay? You got to keep changing like a shapeshifter on Charmed, bitch. You're a white lighter. Bitch, okay? Use a goddamn white lighter. I came with her, y'all. Anyway, don't forget, tonight is the Ooh Ladies First panel. Come back on Jamie's channel. On Jamie's channel, you dig? We'll be back tonight for more tea. I love you guys. I appreciate y'all for coming through. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to Bondi Blue Bites, please. I'm uploading content over there today. I'll see y'all later. Bye.